Number 47 approached a group of fans at the Pole. Outside of the Noel Coward Theatre in London, fans of Gillian Anderson's had put stickers that either depicted her characters or reminded them of her in some way, all over a light pole that was near the main entrance of the theater. It became known as the Gilly Pole. I had heard about it through Tumblr and was enjoying all the posts of pictures people were sharing over the months the play was running. It was such a fun, silly thing, and it brought our fandom together in a lighthearted way. When we were in London, Rob, Molly, and I were across the street from the theater when we noticed there was a group of women standing at the pole and talking. Rob suggested I go over and meet them. Seriously? At what point in the 32 years we've been together have I given him the idea that I'm a joiner? That I approach people? That I'm capable of such a thing? He and Molly started to walk over to the group. I stayed back. I was so terrified. What if I was rejected? It's rude to interrupt people in conversation. It's embarrassing. I felt like I would actually die. They walked up to these women and started talking. Now it was even worse because I didn't go with them. Now if I walk over, it will be even more awkward and obvious that I didn't want to be there. So of course, I had to. God, I was awkward and cringy, but they were friendly and quite nice. It was fun to hear their stories and be around people who share my passion. I didn't die of embarrassment, and as terrifying and out of my comfort zone it was, I'm so glad I did it. Sometimes bravery is joining into a conversation already in progress. Episodes of Broken to Brave are released every Tuesday and Thursday. Thank you so much for listening and for joining me on this journey of healing and growth. If you want to go deeper into this story and hear it from a spouse's perspective, my husband and I have a Patreon-only show where we have an extended, behind-the-scenes discussion of every episode, which also posts twice a week. Here's a sample of our latest Patreon-only companion podcast. I didn't get to percents yet in Molly's math curriculum.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Right.
So 6% of this project is left.
Uh-huh.
Can you pull it off?
No.
And get it right?
I just can't.
One time.
I want to. Well, I have gotten it right once, I think, but I
mean, once with conviction.
No.
Not even number 50.
It's not my nature.
It's got to be number 50.
But I still have to count backwards to get to the episode number. I have to subtract 2 every time.
Oh, man.
That's what seems to hurt me the most is that whole subtraction thing. All right.
Yes.
So anyway, I don't know whatever I said it is. It's fine. So what the poll? This poll.
What the poll?
I got to tell you about the poll. So we okay. So my X-Files fandom on Tumblr.
Wait, you're an X-Files fan?
Yeah.
I don't know
on
if we've addressed that here.
Shut up. So everybody was crazy at this point because Jillian was doing this play, right? And so a lot of people were going and posting on Tumblr. They were posting pictures and whatever. And so there was a telephone pole outside of the theater, and somebody started putting stickers on it of like various Gillian Anderson like various
characters and roles.
Characters she had played or whatever.
Or even just like almost like memes, but they were stickers.
Stickers, yeah. And so over the course of this play, that poll was getting full of all of these stickers from people all over the world coming to see this play, right?
Yes.
And it was just her fans. Like nobody else would have even seen the poll or noticed the poll.
Or been walking around randomly with a Gillian Anderson sticker in their pocket.
Exactly. So people were bringing them on purpose. And we had just been at Comic-Con. We had been at C2E2, and Molly saw Karen Hallion at her booth had stickers of Scully, and they said truth or something. I don't remember which one it said. Maybe it said believe. I don't know. It said something regarding X-Files,
okay.
Like truth or something. And so
So Molly was like, "Oh my God, Mom, we are buying this to put on the Jilly pole," because Molly was just as a quiver of all of this, and thought that the Jilly pole was the funniest damn thing, and so we were very excited to see this thing, and so the first time we saw it, there was no one there. And we were kind of walking around the building going, where the heck is this thing? Like, what is this pole they're talking about? And we kind of wandered around till we found it.
Right.
And then we were just dying. We're like, oh my God, put this. So we had, I think, 2 stickers to stick on there. And
we took some pictures of the pole. We took pictures of you in front of the pole, I believe.
And it was just
those didn't come out so well because there was such a glow. It was kind of hard to
It was just funny. And so when Jillian was doing the X-Files, she's a foot. We're the same height, and you're the same height as David, who plays Mulder, and so they have a foot height difference. And so when they were filming, they would make her stand on a box or a ramp. To hear the rest of this episode and get other exclusives, become a patron to Broken to Brave at patreon.com. You can also follow my blog at brokentobrave.com for even more insights and engaging content. Links are in the show notes. Broken to Brave is a production of Southgate Media Group, hosted and written by me, Martha Southgate. Thank you so much for listening. Now go do something brave.